You've certainly seen hundreds, perhaps even thousands of images of the Eiffel Tower. Built in 2 years, 2 months, and 5 days, the works of the Eiffel Tower finished on March 31st, 1889, just in time to celebrate the centenary of the French Revolution and to serve as a gateway to the World's Fair held that year in Paris, more precisely on the Champ de Mars. This Iron Lady, weighing more than 10,000 tons, has become the symbol of Paris and even of France for people from all over the world. Everyone is aware of at least 3 pieces of information about the Eiffel Tower. Number 1, it was built to become the symbol of Paris. Number 2, it's the most visited monument in the French capital. Number 3, most Parisians hate it. That's it, right? Are you sure? If you answered yes to all the 3 questions above, well, that means you don't know much about the Eiffel Tower. First of all, the Eiffel Tower was supposed to be destroyed 20 years after its inauguration. Its purpose was not to become the symbol of Paris, but to show the rediscovered industrial power of France. Measuring 324 meters in height, the Eiffel Tower will remain as the tallest building in the world for 41 years, until the completion of the Chrysler Building in New York in 1930. Worried at the idea to see his masterpiece dismantled, Gustave Eiffel assigned it a scientific vocation. Several physics and meteorology experiments were carried out there. The tower was saved. Shortly after, the first radio and communication transmissions were installed at its summit. Thanks to this, the Eiffel Tower even made possible to intercept enemy messages during the First World War. One of the messages intercepted led to the arrest of the spy Mata Hari in 1915. Secondly, the Eiffel Tower receives around 7 million visitors a year, 75% of whom are foreigners. It is often said to be the most visited paid monument in the world. The lifts of the Eiffel Tower travel 103,000 kilometers a year, which means 2.5 times travels around the globe. However, if we put all monuments and sites in the same group, it is not by far the most visited in France. Can you guess which one it is? In April 2019, a fire destroyed part of the ceiling in the weather vane of the Notre Dame Cathedral. Until then, it was the most visited monument in the French capital, with more than 12 million visitors a year. In second place comes the Basilica of the Sacré-Cœur with 11 million visitors. The Louvre Museum in third place with 8 million, and the Eiffel Tower in fourth place with 7 million visitors a year. But among all the tourist sites in France, the Eiffel Tower is the fourth most visited site. In third place is the Versailles Castle with 7.7 million visitors a year. In the second place, the Louvre Museum. And in the first place, the champion, dun, 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 dun. You'll never guess because it's not even French. It's Disneyland. Yeah, the Disneyland of Paris with almost 50 million visitors a year. Do Parisians really hate the Eiffel Tower? You can always find websites and blogs where people question the real utility of the Eiffel Tower. Admittedly, at the beginning, the Eiffel Tower is not to everyone's taste. On February 14, 1887, barely a few months after the construction of the tower, some of the greatest artists of France at the time published in the newspaper Le Temps a protest against the tower of Mr. Eiffel. Some big names signed this protest, such as the writers Guy de Maupassant and Alexandre Dumas fils, and the architect and creator of the magnificent Opera Garnier of Paris, Charles Garnier. It is also true that many French people and even Parisians I know have never climbed its floors, which is such a pity. The view of Paris from up there is really breathtaking. However, the tower has become an inseparable part of the Parisian skyline in addition to serving as a meeting point for hundreds of celebrations held in the city every year. But why am I talking to you about the Eiffel Tower? Well, let me explain it. We know that many of you, and especially in Paris, are not allowed to go out for your daily jogging. For motivating you to stay strong and active, even locked down at home, we're proposing a fun challenge that can be done safely indoors by the whole family, by yourself, your parents, and your kids. This challenge has to do with a race that takes place precisely at the Eiffel Tower. Have you ever heard of the vertical race of the Eiffel Tower? Since 2015, a selected group of runners gets ready to climb the 1,665 steps from its base to its summit as quickly as possible. The men's record was set by Piotr Lobotzinski, a Polish vertical runner pro. He climbed the 324 meters of the Eiffel Tower in 7 minutes and 48 seconds in 2016. He was the champion of all 5 editions of the Eiffel Tower vertical. The women's record was set by the Australian Susie Walsham, the world's #1 on the circuit of vertical races on stairs. That's right, there is such a worldwide championship. She also won 5 times the Eiffel Tower race. Her best time is 9 minutes and 34 seconds. So here's the challenge. Are you ready? To simulate the ascent to the Eiffel Tower from the safety of your home, we suggest you do a series of 5 exercises, not as long or tiring as climbing the actual Eiffel Tower, but which will still make a hell of a workout for your legs and for your heart. These are the exercises which you should perform 5 times each. Now, there are 5 exercises. You perform each exercise 5 times to complete a round. The challenge is to complete 5 rounds in a row as fast as possible. Obviously, you can take a break whenever you feel like it. We're also showing you simpler options with the chair if you want to reduce the impact and the noise to your neighbors living downstairs. And here are the giveaways. 2 participants will be drawn randomly to receive each a gift voucher for the running tour Sunrise Running Sightsee in Paris, 6 or 10 kilometers by RunRun Tours, valid for 1 person during 2 years, and a free technical t-shirt to be redeemed on the day of the running tour. The tee is exactly like the one we're wearing on the videos. The choice of the 2 winners has nothing to do with speed, but only to your motivation to face this challenge. However, we'd like to reward anyway those who can beat our champion, the running guide Amidou, who performed all the 5 rounds in 3 minutes sharp. If you're able to do it in less than 3 minutes, just publish on IG or Facebook a full video of you performing it. We'll give the same prize described earlier for the fastest person of the challenge. Participants have to fill in the form, post a pic or a video of you performing the challenge on Facebook or Instagram, use the hashtag #RunningTourChallenge and mention RunningToursNet. That's it. Don't forget that the most important thing is to keep healthy and strong. Good luck and see you for the next Running Tour Challenge, which will be revealed in a week's time by another partner of the international community of Running Tours Net. Bye!